Women over 60. 5 attractive things that tell men you have class. Secret every man notices. Welcome to Wise Life After 60. So grateful to have you here. There's a kind of magnetism in life that can't be bought, borrowed, or faked. It isn't hidden in expensive clothes, sparkling jewelry, or the latest beauty trend. It's something deeper, something timeless. We call it class. And when a woman carries herself with class, people notice. Older men notice. It shows in the way she moves, the choices she makes, and the calm confidence she brings into every room. Physical beauty may turn a head for a moment, but class is what men want. It's what makes someone stay, respect you, and admire you from a distance even before they know your name. That's the heart of love after 60 and the secret to dating after 60 with dignity. This isn't about competing with younger women or chasing approval. True elegance doesn't demand attention, it inspires it. The most attractive women, even in the world of older woman dating, don't chase, they attract. They don't demand respect, they earn it quietly. So here on Wise Life After 60, I want to share 5 attractive things that instantly tell a man you have class. If you've ever wondered about how to be attractive, seen your love advice, age gap relationships, or how to be classy in a way that feels authentic, I hope you'll stay with me. Before we begin, I'd love for you to support Wise Life After 60. If you care about love after 60 and what truly makes a woman attractive, please like this video and subscribe. It means a lot to know we're walking this path together. Sometimes, when I think about what truly sets a woman apart in the eyes of men, one quality always rises to the surface first. Thing number 1: self-respect and standards. When I look back on my own life, I can see so clearly that the foundation of being a truly classy woman is self-respect. Without it, everything else crumbles. With it, you don't just stand taller, you also draw people to you in a very different way. Men, especially older men who are serious about love, notice this right away. Self-respect is knowing your worth and not settling for half-hearted affection or disrespect. It's having the courage to keep your standards intact even when the world tells you to lower them just to be chosen. I remember once, years ago, I was talking with a friend who always answered messages from a man who would only text her late at night, never during the day, never with genuine interest. She admitted she didn't really like it, but she was afraid of losing his attention. What struck me was this: every time she responded, she was teaching him how to treat her, and he learned quickly that he didn't need to give much. That's why boundaries matter so much. When I was dating after 60, I made a quiet promise to myself. I wouldn't reply to those midnight texts from someone who wasn't serious. I wouldn't lower my standards just to keep someone around. And you know what happened? The men who were just playing games faded away. The ones who valued respect stepped closer. That's the psychology of it. Men follow the lead you set with your standards. But self-respect isn't only about saying no. It's also about showing respect to others while never diminishing yourself. I once had a conversation where a gentleman spoke at length about his life, but didn't ask me a single question. I could have stayed quiet, but instead I gently said, "I'd love to share a bit about me too." It wasn't harsh, it wasn't demanding. It was simply a reminder that I also deserved space in the dialogue. That moment shifted the energy, and he listened. Respect given, respect received. When you live this way, something powerful happens. You filter out the wrong people before they ever get close enough to hurt you. And at the same time, you inspire the right man to step up, to be serious, to treat you with the dignity you already show yourself. That's what senior love advice is really about. It's not chasing or pleading. It's standing firm in who you are and letting the right energy meet you there. So if you're wondering what tells a man you have class right away, it begins with self-respect. It's the quiet but unshakable foundation. The way you honor yourself teaches others how to honor you. And believe me, men notice it instantly, even if they can't put it into words. And yet, self-respect is only the beginning. There's another quality that shines just as brightly, the kind of confidence that comes not from proving yourself to others, but from knowing deep inside what you truly want.
Thing number 2, confidence in yourself and what you want. What makes a woman unforgettable in the eyes of a man, even more than beauty? It's the quiet confidence that says, I know who I am and I know what I want. This is the second sign of true class. Not the loud kind of confidence that demands attention, but the steady assurance that comes from a lifetime of experience. After 60, after all the changes and lessons, something shifts inside a woman. She no longer bends herself to fit into someone else's idea of love. She no longer wonders, am I enough for him? Instead, she asks, is he enough for me? That single change of perspective is what makes her magnetic. This kind of confidence speaks volumes in dating after 60. It tells a man, often before you say a word, that you are not desperate for approval. You are discerning. You are a woman who knows the value of her heart. And that is what separates a high-value woman from someone still searching for herself. Clarity flows from this place. If you seek companionship, you can say it. If you want a serious relationship, you don't hide it. If you desire respect, you let that truth shine through. Older men especially sense this immediately, and it draws the right ones closer. Because in the end, what men want is not a woman who pleases at any cost, but a woman who carries her own direction with grace. Let me ask you something. Was there a moment in your own life when you stopped trying to win approval and instead began to trust what you truly wanted? I'd love for you to share that story in the comments, because your experience may inspire another woman who's still learning that lesson. In the world of senior love advice and timeless relationship advice for women, confidence is one of the clearest things that tell a man you have class. It shows him that you are not just waiting to be chosen, you are choosing too. And while confidence sets the tone, the way we express it through words and presence adds another layer of grace. That's where communication comes in, and it reveals as much about your class as anything else.
Thing number 3, graceful communication. Have you ever noticed how a single conversation can reveal more about a person's character than their appearance ever could? That is the power of communication. For me, one of the clearest signs of a classy woman is the way she speaks and listens. Words are not just sounds. They are windows into our spirit, into our values, into the respect we hold for ourselves and others. In the world of love after 60, this becomes even more important. By now, we've all learned that arguments, gossip, and criticism may grab attention for a moment, but they never build the foundation of lasting respect. What truly draws older men closer in dating after 60 is a woman who communicates with both dignity and calmness. It is one of the subtle things that tell a man you have class right away. I remember once sitting across from a woman during dinner and something struck me. She didn't rush to fill every silence. She didn't interrupt or compete for space in the conversation. When she spoke, her words were measured, thoughtful, and kind. Even when she disagreed with me on a point, she did it with such gentleness that it never felt like conflict. That evening taught me something important. Grace in communication isn't about having the most clever words. It's about creating harmony. Graceful communication is not about being passive. It's about choosing words that uplift instead of cut down. About knowing how to say no with firmness, but also with respect. When a man sees this, he understands he's in the presence of a woman who has both emotional maturity and self-control. And that, more than flashy beauty or bold gestures, is how to be attractive in a way that lasts. In truth, how we speak says as much about our class as how we dress. A woman who listens without interrupting, who doesn't belittle others, who avoids gossip and complaints, communicates that she values her own energy too much to waste it. This kind of relationship advice for women is timeless, because men and women of every age recognize the rare beauty of a thoughtful conversation. And so, while self-respect and confidence create the foundation of class, communication is the bridge that carries it into every relationship. But there's still another quality that runs even deeper, one that shows a man he can not only admire you, but trust you.
Thing number 4, accountability and integrity. What is the rarest thing to find in relationships today? It isn't beauty or charm or even romance. It is trust. And trust is built not by grand gestures, but by small acts of accountability and integrity. For me, this is one of the most powerful things that tell a man you have class. Accountability means you take ownership of your actions. If you are late, you don't invent excuses. If you forget something, you admit it openly. There is a quiet dignity in saying, "I was wrong," and an even greater strength in saying, "I will do better next time." That kind of honesty is rare, and in dating after 60, it is a treasure. Because older men are not looking for perfection, they are looking for reliability. Integrity is the sister of accountability. It means your words and your actions walk in hand. You do not promise what you cannot give, and you do not allow momentary emotions to destroy long-term respect. In the eyes of men, this consistency is deeply attractive, because it creates a sense of safety. And when a man feels safe to trust you, admiration naturally follows. I often think of a line by Marcus Aurelius: "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Those simple words hold a world of wisdom. They remind us that a woman's true power lies not in appearances, but in her principles. And that is what defines a high-value woman. Let me ask you something from the heart. Do you believe that integrity is becoming rarer in today's world? Or do you still see it shining in the people around you? I'd love to hear your reflections in the comments, because your perspective can add so much richness to this conversation on love after 60 and timeless relationship advice for women. Accountability and integrity are qualities that make men respect you not just as a partner, but as a human being of substance. And when you carry them with grace, your class becomes undeniable. Yet while inner strength matters deeply, there is also something about outer presence, the way you carry yourself in style and elegance that completes the picture.
Thing number 5, elegant style and presence. I'll never forget a woman I once saw walking into a small cafe one afternoon. Her name was Isabella Hart. She wasn't wearing anything extravagant, just a soft cream blouse, a simple skirt, and a pair of modest earrings. But there was something about her presence that turned every head in the room.
She stood tall, her shoulders back, her smile easy, her steps steady. The room seemed to notice her, not because she tried, but because she didn't have to. That, to me, is the essence of elegance. In dating after 60, style and presence often speak louder than words. Older men may not care about designer labels or flashy fashion, but they do notice when a woman carries herself with care. A well-chosen outfit, neat hair, a gentle fragrance, these are not about vanity, but about self-respect. They whisper to the world, "I value myself, and I take pride in who I am." And that, for any man who is truly paying attention, is deeply attractive. But style without authenticity is only a mask. The women I have admired most were not those trying to outshine others, but those whose presence was consistent with who they really were. Their clothes reflected their character. Their posture reflected their confidence. Their calm eyes reflected their spirit. This kind of elegance is magnetic because it feels real. Sometimes people confuse class with wealth, but as I've learned in Love After 60 and in listening to the wisdom of life itself, class is not about the cost of your clothing. It's about the harmony between your inner and outer self. Psychology teaches us that people form impressions in seconds, but those impressions last when your energy matches your appearance. A woman who is centered within herself, who dresses with intention and moves with quiet assurance, is often remembered long after she has left the room. And this is where style blends with presence, because presence isn't just the fabric on your shoulders. It is the way you sit, the way you walk, the way you look at another person with genuine attention. When men talk about what they want in a woman, many don't even realize how much they are describing this kind of elegance. It is not a performance. It is a reflection of inner calm, outer care, and timeless dignity. So when I think about things that tell a man you have class, elegant style and presence completes the picture. They're the finishing touch, the visible echo of all the inner qualities we've spoken of: self-respect, confidence, graceful communication, and integrity. And together, they create a kind of beauty that does not fade with time. Because class, in the end, isn't just what you do, it's who you are and how the world feels when you walk into the room. And that brings us to the heart of everything, a closing reflection on why class matters more than ever in this season of life.
As I sit here reflecting, I'm reminded that class is not something we stumble upon by accident. It is the quiet result of choices we make every day to honor ourselves, to respect others, and to carry dignity in how we live. For women stepping into the season of love after 60, this truth matters more than ever. Because while beauty fades and trends change, class endures. We've walked together through 5 qualities that tell a man you have class. Self-respect, which sets your boundaries and teaches others to how to value you. Confidence, which reminds you that you are the chooser as much as the chosen. Graceful communication, that allows your words and presence to uplift rather than diminish. Integrity, which binds your actions to your principles. An elegant style and presence that let your inner spirit shine through in visible form. These are not tricks or strategies for dating after 60. They are not games or quick fixes. They are a way of living, a way of saying to the world, I know who I am, and I honor that truth. And when a woman lives this way, older men notice. More importantly, she notices her own strength, her own timeless beauty. That is the psychology of attraction at its deepest level.
So if you've ever wondered about senior love advice, what men want, how to be attractive, or things that tell a man you have class, I hope these reflections remind you that the answers are not outside you. They've been within you all along. If this message spoke to you, I'd be grateful if you'd like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Wise Life After 60. Together, we can build a community where women over 60 celebrate their worth, their wisdom, and their endless capacity for love. Go forward with confidence, for the glow of class only becomes brighter with time.